Hi everyone, Lee Mack here. Welcome to this video. This is an update on my health and fitness journey. So as you know, over the last 3 months I've been documenting my progress, going through my health and fitness journey. I've been going now, I don't know, about 3.5 months roughly, and as you know, I've had some decent results. I've felt ill a few times through my journey, which has been unfortunate, and I'm ill again. So I'm actually ill again just before I go on holiday, which is a bit of a shame. So I had Turkey planned, going to Turkey. It's the festive June today, and we go on the 5th. So I've just literally booked my is it a CPR test? COVID test, the one that you need to prove that you haven't got COVID when you enter the country. So I've just gone ahead and done that. And if I cough throughout this video, it's because I've got a really nasty, well, I don't know what it is. I thought it was COVID, but I've took one of the tests that my girlfriend has, you know, these lateral flow tests, and it come back fine. But I've been really ill for the last 10 days now, roughly, about 10 days. Started off, had a pain right here in my throat when I swallowed water or any drink. It was just a little pain at first, and then a few days after that, I started getting a really bad, all my sinuses were blocked up, my ears, I couldn't hear out my ears and stuff, and I had a really bad head cold, and I felt awful. And I was just shivering uncontrollably one night, I remember, and it was all the same symptoms as COVID. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to keep, you know, drinking water as I go through the video because my throat is really hurting and it's dry. I've got like a dry, tickly cough now at the moment. That's what it's like. So my head cold, I'm just coming out of my head cold. Thankfully, it's getting a little bit better. My ears and stuff going back to normal. And you know, the headache and stuff that I did have, that's kind of going, thank God. So I'm definitely coming out the other side of it, whatever it is, but it's been a nasty little bug. It really has. As I said, it's like all of the symptoms that COVID would give you, that's what I've had. And this cough, it just will not go. It's like I've had a bottle of cough medicine, you know, I finished it a few days back. But yeah, it's a nasty little cough. It just will not go. And I just hope and pray that this test that I've booked myself in for, which is 2 days from now, which will be on the 3rd, I go on the 5th, so you've got to do it a couple of days before you go on holiday. I just hope it comes back fine and there's no COVID there. Because if it's COVID, obviously I'm not going to be able to go. It looks worse than it is, you know, this cough. Probably looks like I'm going to die on camera. But it's just a dry, tickly cough. You know, I'm getting a little tickle. And it just, when you cough, you can't stop, and you cough and you cough and you cough, coughing more. It should be gone in a few days, hopefully. It is getting better every single day. I feel as though it's getting a little bit better. It's a bit of a shame, actually, that I got ill, because what I said to myself was, you know, I'd done it for 3 months, this health and fitness journey. I lost a stone in weight. I was down to 13 stone 9 from like 14 stone 11. So I'd lost over a stone, or thereabouts a stone, and I was doing really well. And I thought to myself, you know what, you've got 2 weeks left now before you go to Turkey on holiday. Just keep smashing it, doing what you were doing. Just do what you do. You know, I had my own little routine going where I was doing day 1 chest and abs, day 2 I was doing shoulders and legs, and day 3 I was doing back and arms, and then I was just repeating that process, repeating it, and I wasn't actually having a day off. I was sticking to my macros, not going over my calories that I was assigned got a coach who assigned me all this as well, and I was getting my steps in every single day, daily steps. I was doing about 20,000 every single day, and this was right through the 3 month, and I was smashing it. There was a couple of times where I felt ill, and this is the third time that I've got now. I'm sorry, I just can't stop coughing. Do you know what it is when I actually talk more, because I'm talking on camera here? It's just making it even worse. So as I'm talking, it's like tickling me even more. So yeah, I didn't go over my calories assigned by my coach. I was getting my daily steps in, 20,000 every single day I was getting in. And like I said, I got ill a couple of times through that period. First time was COVID, actual COVID, and that got proved on a test. And then the next time after that, it was a drinking binge, my own self-inflicted. It was self-inflicted. I went out and drank a lot of alcohol, and then I messed a week up because of that. Went downhill on that one, and then I started doing really well again. And like I say, I went down. My best weight through this process was 13 stone 9, and I'm there now as well. So I got ill about 10 days ago, and I thought to myself, before I got ill, just before I got ill, I thought, you know what, I'm going to just keep powering on, doing what I'm doing, for the next 2 weeks before I go on holiday, and I should have some really, really, really good results. That was the hope, that was the plan. And I would have had some really good results. My before and after picture at that point was quite good. I was really happy with it. And I thought, you know what, if you just keep powering through for the next 2 weeks, doing what you're doing, that before and after picture is going to be even better. And I was so looking forward to seeing what that before and after picture would look like. I was so looking forward to it. And then 10 days ago, just before I had it in my head that was what I was going to do, what happens? I start getting this little tickly feeling in my throat when I drink water or drink any liquid. And then a couple of days after that, it turned into it was like a chest infection. That's what it was at first. It wasn't actually a cough. It was like I was I was coughing a little bit, but I was coughing phlegm up, a lot of phlegm. I had a lot of phlegm on my chest, and then I had a big head cold that come with that. All my sinuses blocked up and stuff like that, and I was in a really bad way. I had no energy at all. I couldn't even go for a walk. I tried to go for a walk one time, I remember, and I just couldn't walk. So I'd get back in the car, and or any little problems that I have with my body. So I had a broken rib not long back, which is a bit of a pain when I lay on it certain ways. But I've been assured that it's fixed, but it's like kind of weak now. So that's like a weak point on my body. I have like my knees are weak points sometimes. I've got a bit of a weak knee. What else is weak? Yeah, just basically that, I think. But what happened was, any little weak things that I had on my body, it all just multiplied by like, I don't know, 100, and I could feel the weak spots much worse for some strange reason. But my full body was just weak as well. So yeah, it wasn't a good experience. One night I was just shivering uncontrollably. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's been COVID, because it is all the symptoms of COVID. It has been all the symptoms of COVID that I've got. But it might not be COVID, you know, it might not be actually COVID. It could be just a really bad cold and flu that I've been suffering with. I'll just let my dog in 2 seconds. They're coming in. going in there. So it might not be COVID that I've had, but who knows? I'm just hoping and praying that this test comes back that it's not COVID, you know, that I've got, or if it has been COVID that I've got, I'm hoping it's gone when I take this test in a couple of days' time from now, so that I can actually go to Turkey. So, you know, we're not there just yet. There's a bit of a way to go. We've got to get through this test first before I'm fit to fly. So we'll see. But although it has been a bit of I've messed up, well, not intentionally, and it wasn't my own fault this time, I've been ill. And what can I do about being ill? You know, I have been eating rubbish and stuff like that. I'm still the same weight, thankfully. So I haven't actually put any weight on. And the reason for that is that although I haven't been eating well, my appetite hasn't been the best. I haven't had a big appetite, so I've been getting these takeaways and I haven't even been able to eat half of it most of the time. So the calorie intake going into my body hasn't been massive, you know, like it would normally be if I was ill, not under normal circumstances. But this illness, for some reason, my appetite hasn't been big on it. So I'm still 13 stone 9. So weight-wise, I'm the same. But I definitely feel like I've lost some shape. You know, like my belly is a bit bigger now, a little bit bigger, because of the foods that I've been eating. You know, even though I haven't been eating a hell of a lot of it, I've still, my nutrition hasn't been on point. So, you know, I am a little disappointed and upset. I've worked so hard over these last 3 months, and yeah, I've still lost the weight, which is good, but I am a bit upset that I won't have that body to show off on holiday. It'll still be okay, but it could have been a lot better if it wasn't for this stupid illness that I've picked up. And why have I picked this illness up? I don't know. It could just be being bad luck, you know, wrong place, wrong time in the gym, picking something up from a dirty bastard who's not washed the hands and they've had some cold and flu and they're fucking, you know, could be that. It could be that I've overworked myself and I've run myself down, and you know, I've worked so hard. I had no rest days whatsoever through that period of time, that 3 months. And I've basically burnt myself out and I've made myself ill. My immune system's been a bit down because I've burnt myself out, and because my immune system's been down, I've obviously picked up easily a cold or flu that has been flying around the gym. You know, I just don't know why I've picked it up, but I must say I am pissed off. I am pissed off because I've been working so hard, and then, you know, you just get ill. But it's been a learning curve, because what I am going to do going forward when I get my new coach is I'm going to explain to them, look, I think I might have overworked myself. Can we try and incorporate some rest days in there somewhere? And I've also had a bit of a niggle in my shoulder. So again, you know, at the time of getting this illness, around about that time, I also noticed I was getting a niggling pain in my shoulder, which I was worried about. Really worried about, and again that was putting a stop in my tracks. This niggling pain in my shoulder. I was overworking my front delt, basically. That's what I've been doing. So I've been doing day 1, I've been doing a chest day. Day 2, I've been doing a shoulder day, and then day 3, I've been doing my back and my arms. And I've been repeating that process. So I've never been really giving my front delt a break, because my front delt's still getting worked when I'm doing my chest day, and my front delt's still getting worked on the second day, which I do my shoulder workout day. And then there's only the back and arm day where there's a rest in between that. And because I'm not having any rest days as well, I'm not giving it a rest. So for 3 months, I just smashed the hell out of my front delts. And eventually that took its toll, and a little niggle has come as a result. So with my new coach, I'm going to have to explain, look, I need kind of sufficient rest on muscle groups that I'm working. So we're going to have to try and come up with a plan on what kind of thing to do. And also, you know, what rest days to take. So I've learnt that, although I've got injured, I've had a bit of an injury on my shoulder there, although I've got ill and I haven't been able to push through until I go on holiday like I plan to do, which I'm pissed off about, I've learned something still. And I've learned to give sufficient rest on muscle groups that you're working. Don't overwork them. That's a big thing. And not only that, don't work yourself to the bone. Give yourself some rest days throughout your health and fitness journey. In your training regime, give yourself some rest days so you don't burn yourself out. Because I do think it might have been a big contributor, the fact that I did get ill. It might have been that I've burnt myself out working too hard. So at least I've learned something there, and that could be the difference between me actually making it in this industry and not making it and giving myself a massive injury and just being out of the game for so long, because I've been ill, and because I haven't been going in the gym, I've given my shoulder like maybe 10 days rest now, and that niggle has completely gone. So when I go back, I'm going to be very careful, just lift light weights, get myself back into the routine. When I go on holiday in the gym, just lift nice and light, and like I say, don't overwork my shoulders, give them that time they need. Incorporate some rest days, maybe go to the gym 5 days a week rather than 7, and slowly get back on track. Slow and steady wins the race, and that is very true. That it's very true. It's true in the form of running, when you run. So when you are doing your cardio on the treadmill, I would much rather jog at a slow pace rather than bear myself out doing a 30-minute run, like quite fast. Again, you could make yourself ill doing that. Yes, you might get through the 30 minutes running at a fast pace and you might burn more calories over that 30-minute period, but I promise you now, if you just slowly jogged through that 30-minute period, there wouldn't be that much of a difference in the amount of calories that you've lost, trust me. And that time that you've gone 30 minutes hard and fast, that might be the case that you burn yourself out, you make yourself ill, and then the next day you don't go because you've made yourself ill. You might have pulled something in your leg or whatever because you ran too fast. Whereas if you just jog nice and slowly, you can go the next day, and you can go the day after that, and you can go the day after that, and you can go the day after that. Slow and steady, nice and easy is the way to go. You don't want to burn yourself out and run too fast and stuff like that. And it's the same with your weights. Don't go in too heavy, too hard, and make sure you give yourself them rest days. And don't overwork a particular muscle group. It doesn't matter what group it is, whether it be your legs or whether it be your shoulders, your chest, your arms, your biceps. Work them sensibly, do the sufficient work that needs to be done on them, and then rest. Give them the rest. Do other things, do your cardio, make sure you're doing something, getting your steps in and sticking to your plan. So I have learned a valuable lesson. And although I am pissed off that I got ill, everything happens for a reason. And at least I've had the time off now. I give my shoulder that time to fix itself. I haven't got the best before and after picture before going on my holiday that I would have liked, but I'm still a stone down. I've got to look at the positives. I've learnt something there about having rest days and stuff like that, and not overworking yourself. I've took a valuable lesson there, and I've still lost the weight. That stone is still off me. So I've got that to be proud of as well. And it's just the start. It is just the start still. I'm like 3.5 months in right now on my fitness journey. When I go to Turkey, I'm going to get myself in the gym. I'm going to pick what my next coach is going to be when I get back. I'm going to hit the ground running. I'm going to pay for my coach. We're just going to get back on track. This time though, this is the second, like this is going to be my second coach. This time we're going to work smart. We are going to work smart. I didn't work smart the first time around. I didn't work smart. Yes, I lost a stone. Yes, I got a decent before and after picture. And yes, I made some progress, but I was burning myself out. I was burning myself out big time. I really was. I was not giving myself a day off. Just wasn't giving myself a day off. I was just hitting it. And I was hitting it hard sometimes, you know. Sometimes I was running like a madman on the treadmill. And I was just a recipe for disaster. I was a recipe for disaster. I was working my front delt, sorry, always, every day. Like, I was working it one day, working it the next, then giving it a rest. Working it the next day, working it the next day, giving it a rest. Working it, rest. Working it, rest. It was like that all the time. And no wonder I started to get niggles in my shoulder 3 months after. And then not having a day off, it in itself is dangerous. You know, you need to have them rest days, you really do. I'm just gonna let my dog in. So yeah, you need to give yourself them rest days, otherwise you are gonna make yourself ill, and I've proven that. So, wish me luck on my test that I'm gonna take on the 3rd. And if it all goes well, and it comes back okay, I'll see you in Turkey. The next video that I will do will be in Turkey. So you'll see the hotel. I'll take you around and I'll show you the hotel. I'll show you the gym that we're in. I'll, you know, take my body. I'll take my clothes off, obviously, so you can see what I do look like, why I'm there. Like I say, it's not going to be the best. It's not going to be that. I don't know. Let me just take my top off now, actually, and show you. I haven't lost all my muscle, you know, I haven't lost all of my muscle. But, like I said, I just feel as though my belly has popped out a little bit more. And, you know, if I'm not careful now and I don't, like, get back in the gym sharpish, all of the work that I have done over the last 3 months, it will start to diminish, if that's the right word. It will start to go. But, you know, the body is a wonderful thing, and it has what's called muscle memory. The body's got what's called muscle memory, so the muscle that I've got, it'll just bounce back. You know, over the last 10 days, I haven't been getting the protein in me that I once was. You know, like I said, nutrition's been out the window. But the amount of weight that I've lost, I've kept it off. I have kept it off. So not too bad. But we are going to start getting back in the gym as of today. And then when we're on holiday, we're going to keep going and doing a few bits every day. So yeah, wish me luck with my test, and I'll see you guys hopefully in Turkey next week sometime, and I can't wait to show you about. Speak to you soon.